If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it, and it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now. Marcus Aurelius wrote those words over 2,000 years ago. Today, in a world that constantly demands your apologies and tests your boundaries, those words are your ultimate weapon. Let's get brutally honest. You live in a society that expects you to smile, nod, and swallow your pride. You sit in meetings, biting your tongue while people talk down to you just to keep the peace. You commute through traffic you despise to sit under fluorescent lights, only to have your boundaries tested by individuals who do not even respect themselves. You play the nice guy. You try to please everyone, hoping that if you are accommodating enough, they will finally respect you. And what has it gotten you? Corporate burnout, exhaustion, and a deep, quiet resentment that eats away at your masculine energy. Today, I am giving you 5 tactical Stoic protocols to handle disrespect. This is not about starting fights, acting tough, or intimidating others. This is about absolute internal control and building what the Stoics called the Inner Citadel. Pay close attention, because by Rule 3, I am going to expose the exact mistake you make every time someone insults you, a mistake that hands them the keys to your nervous system. Rule 1. The calm pause, the power dynamic flip. Epictetus said, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. Often, when someone is openly rude or passive-aggressive, their goal is simple. They want a reaction. They want you to stammer, get flustered, or snap back. They want to drag you down into their emotional chaos. When you react, you hand over the remote control to your emotions. Imagine sitting in your next corporate meeting. A colleague cuts you off, subtly trying to diminish your point in front of the team to elevate their own fragile ego. Instead of arguing or overthinking, simply stop, lean back, hold eye contact for a calm moment before responding, or choose not to respond at all. No anger, no forced smile, just absolute stillness. In many situations, this quiet pause disrupts their entire rhythm. They expect a fight, they expect defensive behavior, but you give them a void. You become a mirror reflecting their insecurity back at them. Calm is not weakness. It is evidence that your character is no longer for sale. Rule 2. Silence as a fortress. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." You are taught that silence is passive, that if you don't defend yourself, you look weak to the pack. But true Stoics know that silence is a deliberate, highly active choice. We live in an attention economy. Every corporation, every algorithm, and every toxic individual is fighting for a fraction of your focus. When you feel the urge to justify yourself to someone who is committed to misunderstanding you, you are wasting your most valuable life force. Many people who throw negativity at you are battling their own internal chaos. They demand your mental bandwidth to distract themselves from their own failures. The next time a toxic relative or a jealous coworker makes a snide comment, remember that you are not obligated to catch the poison they throw. Silence starves disrespect of the attention it craves. You are not submitting, you are conserving energy. You are not a vessel for their chaos. You are the architect of your own peace. Rule 3. Stop explaining your choices. The cure to validation. Here is the fatal mistake I warned you about. Marcus Aurelius observed, "I am constantly amazed how every man loves himself more than others, but values others' opinions of him less than his own." From childhood, society conditions you to seek a gold star. This creates validation addiction. Every time you explain yourself to someone who disrespects you, you are begging for their permission to exist. Think about the last time you decided to skip a Friday night out to wake up at 5 a.m., or when you chose to cut your expenses to build a business. Your peers likely mocked you. Why are you doing this? You need to live a little. At first, you probably tried to explain your goals. You brought logic to an emotional game. But often, people who question your life choices are not looking for logic. Sometimes your discipline simply reminds them of their own complacency. Your ambition highlights their laziness. Stop explaining. When asked why you are changing your life, simply say, "Because it is the right path for me." No extra details, no apologies. Your life is not a public debate. Your discipline is your own. Listen to me. Later in this video, I will reveal the sovereign disconnect, the ultimate move that protects your mind from burnout without you saying a single word. Keep watching. Rule 4. The sovereign disconnect. Protect your bandwidth. Epictetus taught us the core of Stoicism, the dichotomy of control. You control your thoughts, your actions, and your boundaries. You do not control the toxicity of others. Society forces loyalty down your throat, but he is your boss. But they are your family. Let me be clear, loyalty to environments that destroy your character is self-sabotage. Imagine your attention as a high-security vault. If someone constantly crosses your boundaries and drains your focus, why are you handing them the code? Distance is not about being petty or holding a grudge. Holding a grudge means they still control your emotions. Distance is an act of pure Stoic self-preservation. Every minute spent trying to change another person's character is a minute stolen from improving your own. You do not always need to make a dramatic exit. Just slowly, ruthlessly cut their access to your time. Distance is the invisible shield of the Stoic. If you have made it this far, you are transitioning from a lost man to a grounded sovereign. You refuse to be drained by the noise. Drop a comment below right now. I control my internal world. If you are done seeking validation, subscribe. Join the men who are building an unbreakable reality. Rule 5. The untouchable aura. Internal validation. Disrespect relies on making you feel small. They want you to lower your eyes. They want you to slouch. They want you to doubt your own worth. But Seneca reminds us, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Consider their disrespect as friction. It is merely a test of your Stoic armor. When you walk into a room with your shoulders back and your head high, you disrupt their entire worldview. It is a silent force field. It says, I know exactly who I am, and nothing you say can alter my character. You do not need external applause to feel worthy. The untouchable aura is not arrogance. It is the quiet realization that you are enough. Self-respect is not given by society. It is forged in your daily habits. True confidence is silent because self-respect is the only currency that matters. The world is loud. It will test your boundaries. It will try to drag you into overthinking and burnout. But you are the architect of your own mind. You set the standard for your own peace. Remember this. The disrespect never had power over you. Your need for their approval did. The moment you stop chasing respect is the moment people begin to give it. You now know how to handle disrespect with absolute stillness. but listen to me. Most men learn mental boundaries, but stay financially trapped. The Stoics believed true freedom begins with self-control. The next video on the screen shows exactly how that internal discipline turns into undeniable wealth. Click it right now. I will see you there.